Hey guys, it's Mr. Jack and 000 here, back with Automation the Car Company Tycoon game, and what you're seeing right now is one of my latest builds called the JMC Vista Hardboy Echo. This car is a special edition of the Vista created by JMC's performance division, TPG or Tarmac Performance Group, to compete with the upcoming 2021 Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red-Eye. The Hellcat Charger's estimated MSRP is around $75,000, while the Vista costs a third of what they're asking for. Some of the car's styling is partially derived from the Dodge Charger and Challenger, such as the rear lip spoiler, the side light placement, and the engine and performance badges all over the car. It has a lap time of 1 minute, 18 seconds, 88 milliseconds at the quote-unquote Top Gear test track, and 2 minutes, 10 seconds, 68 milliseconds at the automation track. A top speed of 223 miles per hour, and a 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds flat. This vehicle uses a 400 cubic inch or 6.6 liter V8 engine called the Mini, which stands for Modular Performance Engine. The engine produces 624.9 horsepower and 660.9 foot-pounds of torque. It has a fuel efficiency rating of 14.9 miles per gallon, weighs 4,521.1 pounds or 2,050.7 kilograms, and costs $46,000. And for the market, it's a great competitor to the muscle car, fun premium, and family sports premium car market, and they also consider it as a sports budget car, which is pretty interesting. In terms of how I created the Vista Hardboy Echo, the panel material will be made out of partial aluminum with a monocoque chassis made out of light AHS steel, with a front longitudinal engine placement, the front suspension of a McPherson strut, and the rear suspension is a multi-link. For the engine, it is a V8 cast iron engine with the bore set to 102.1 millimeters and a stroke at 100.1 millimeters, which makes it 6,556 cubic centimeters, which is about exactly 400 cubic inches, with pushrod headers made out of aluminum. For the crank, it is made out of forged steel, with the car rods made out of heavy-duty forged and the pistons made out of lightweight forged. For the compression, it is set at a somewhat high 10.0 to 1 ratio with the cam profile set to 60, and it has VVT. For the force inductor, what sucks is there's no superchargers at the moment in this game, so we have to stick with a twin turbo setup, with the intercooler set to a pretty high 956 horsepower, with the compressor set to 57.5 millimeters, turbine at 60, and the AR ratio I kept it as is at 0.864, and the boost is set to 14.7 psi, which is I think the max psi that the superchargers can hold in the real life Dodge Challenger and Charger Hellcats. For the fuel system, we're using a direct injection single configuration for performance intake running on super fuel, with the fuel mixture set to 13.4, the ignition timing bumped it up to 71, and the RPM limit set to 6,000 RPM. For the headers, the only option is a short cast with a dual exhaust with bypass valves. The exhaust diameter is set to 88.9 millimeters or 3.5 inches with a high flow 3-way catalytic converter with double baffled mufflers front and back. For the drive type, of course, it's a rear-wheel drive because if it's an all-wheel drive or a 4x4, it won't really be called a muscle car. It's got a dual-clutch 7-speed transmission with the top speed set to 226.7 miles per hour with a geared LSD. For the tires, they are sports compounds with the front tire set to 245 millimeters and the rear at 255 millimeters, running on 20-inch alloy rims. For the brakes, we use a 340mm 3-piston vented discs in the front and 335mm solid disc 2 pistons in the rear. For the aerodynamics, we're using a fully clad undertray and put the brake airflow up to a 70. With a standard interior and also standard infotainment. It's got electrical variable power steering with electronic stability control and launch control with standard safety standards. And I put the quality down 1 jig just to save quite a bit of weight. But if we put it to quality 0, we'll be at 4550, and if we bring it down 1 bit, we saved roughly 30 pounds right there, like 29 to be exact. Because we don't want this to be like a stupid heavy muscle car, modern day muscle car just to be exact. For the suspension, we're using progressive springs with adaptive dampers and semi-active sway bars, using a modified sport preset. All I did was adjust the camera from -1.5 to -2 degrees. Despite a relatively small list of problems on here, such as the dampers, brake force being high, brake fade, all that good stuff, we're going to export this to BeamNG.drive and test it out. So here we are at West Coast, USA, and just taking a look at the rear end, it's kind of giving me some like light Acura Integra vibes of just a setup of this taillight. I mean, I try to like somewhat mimic of a Dodge Challenger kind of, But you got the two taillights there. In the middle is where it says Dodge, but instead we got the JMC logo for Jack and Motor Company. And the car's model named the Vista, and TPG for a knockoff SRT logo. Crap, the single hood scoop is gone mental here. No matter where I look at it, it's going mental. Alright, so I backed up a little from where I spawned at, and we're going to be doing some basic performance tests with this vehicle. The first one I'm going to be doing is a 0 to 62 acceleration test. Second is a 62 to 0 brake test. And lastly, a top speed run if we can do it on this map. So first things first, we're going to get started with the acceleration test right now. If this would have had a supercharger, this wouldn't be that bad. And 1 to 63, okay, this thing's really flawed. 4.40 seconds. Brake test. Let's get some flat land. Get ready right now. Not bad. 62 to 0 in 2.62 seconds of 109.05 feet. For a roughly 2-ton vehicle, that's alright. Real quick, what if I do a launch with the 0 to 62 test? So launch now. I don't think it'll make any difference whatsoever. 0.2 of a second, so it didn't matter. So in terms of top speed, we're going over 100 miles an hour right now. And I think in real life, like the regular Hellcat or the Hellcat Red-Eye models, I think the top speed would be limited to like around like 150 or something. I don't know if that's just them just flat out limiting the top speed or a safety issue. Like I hear like some safety issues, like they limit the top speed like right around here, but you can't even go any faster whatsoever. I think it's like to do something with the tires or something, like you don't have like certain like drag radials, semi-drags or something where it's got enough grip to do some top speed runs, like wherever you're on a racetrack or on a public street or something stupid. So 180 it is, and hit the curb right there before we hit the barrier. Let's get a camera going and see how this will end up. So I didn't even expect it to do that. And are we going to hit this? No, we're not. I thought we were going to hit the section of the toll booth right here, and into the barriers we go. Smash, heavy smash. Bring back the FOV. Drivetrain's gone mental. Tire is doing freebird type of stuff. The engine's exposed due to 16. Into the bridge pillar. Okay. Okay, engine and tranny is doing freebird right here. Okay. What the hell is this? It's just separated from the vehicle full time. It's separated from the vehicle and it's still doing loop-de-loops around the vehicle. Hazards have gone off because impact detected stopping car, and well, just like that, we killed the engine. So we went up to 180 miles an hour, just 20 miles an hour, no, 40 miles an hour shy from reaching the actual top speed. That's kind of unfortunate. So let's stay on this map here, and we're going to be doing a time trial with the long race circuit of this map. So I thought it was at the bottom. So hit West Coast USA, select layout, a long race circuit without the chicane. Set it to noon, bring out the Hardboy. Where's it at? Oh, right here. Vista Hardboy Echo. That was in the H's. I'm pretty dumb. So before we start the race, the best time I got on this racetrack was 3 minutes 59 seconds 432 milliseconds of the DJ Quick Suda Kripa, which is the quickest automation built vehicle that I've ever made, with a top speed of 299 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 in almost 2 seconds flat. It was pretty fast, but somewhat uncontrollable despite the canards on the front, rear, and side skirts side of the vehicle. Pretty much anything to put as much downforce in the vehicle as possibly can, which kind of worked out. But anyways, I'm going to be taking you to the start line right now. So here we are at the starting position of the racetrack, and hopefully this vehicle will come out in one piece. So let's get things started here in 3, 2, 1, start. That launch was kind of worthless like the others I've been doing in the past. Already passed 62 miles an hour. Let's see the first braking point here. Not bad. Some of that useless downshifting, might as well go to manual mode real soon if I have to. Let's pay attention to G's right here. How am I getting? Did I see 1.5 G's of steering? If that is, then that's impressive. For a vehicle like this, and ECS is really slowing us down. Might as well go to manual mode and turn off ECS if needed. Understeer. Missed a checkpoint. You know what? Take 2. I want a healthy and clean run. So I just turn off ECS. Oh boy. Sometimes it can save you, sometimes it won't. Might have to change my driving style if I have to. How about this corner? Are we gonna come out in one piece? Yep, we came out in one piece. Alright, don't oversteer. Alright, perfect. Got the bottom of the apex. And just like that, we're good. And coming up to the breaking point right here. 163. Don't fade, don't die. We're gonna die. Impact detected, stopping car. Just like the DJ Quick Suda Kripa. We pretty much died at the tire barriers. Okay, don't screw this up again. I'm gonna brake, let's say, now. At the 500 marker. I was 400 or 500, and that was a good call. Around the 400 or 500 marker of, that was section 1 to turn and stuff like that, wherever those markers really mean. I would take the breaking point 1 to start breaking into that little start of the apex of that curve there, or what? And coming down to the Laguna Seca knockoff corner, the corkscrew. We did great. So we're gonna get a... Oh, that was close. We're gonna get a first lap time of 2 minutes, 4 seconds, 523 milliseconds. Second lap, probably gonna be right around there. Brakes are fading in the front. What the hell? Well, we killed the run. Okay, first lap now is 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 446 milliseconds. Let's brake real early. See? 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna brake real early so we don't get that brake fade, so the front brakes would be completely useless. And I think the ECS is probably a big contributing factor, and also how I'm braking to this brake fade that's going on right now. So look, over 700 degrees at constant 7s right now, the brake temperature. Preferably the front brake temperature. The rear, alright. It's in the high 400s, sometimes the 5s or 6s when we're braking, so brake early here. Almost 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit on the front. Rear didn't pay attention. I was paying attention to the front. So the split time with that checkpoint is about a 3-second gap between the first lap and this lap. How about right here? Worse. 2.9. And also when I get to this upcoming break point, I'm gonna brake probably maybe another like 100 feet early, because we're definitely gonna brake fade. And when I was coming to the corner, I noticed I was getting brake fade like around here. So I just might as well just start pumping the brakes. Okay, brake fade. Smoke arising from the brakes, even though the brake airflow is at 70 with some beefy front and rear brakes. Some 3 pistons in the front, or 2 pistons in the back. This ain't working whatsoever. Even the fronts are vented discs, not carbon ceramics, but vented discs. And this ain't doing a damn thing whatsoever. Coming back to the Laguna Seca corkscrew. Not bad. Should have steered a little bit harder there, even though ECS would have gotten my back there. In 2.6 seconds at split time, 2.7 exact. Smoke arising from the brakes again. Not necessarily a corner cut, but not too bad. Save us, Lord. Alright, second lap, we get a time of 1 minute, 59 seconds, 571 milliseconds. And we got a total time of 4 minutes, 2 seconds, 17 milliseconds. We're roughly 2.5 seconds shy of beating the DJ Quick Suda Kripa. So first the Suda Kripa. Third is the Daihatsu Midget T-Type, and fourth, also the T-Type. See, that Daihatsu Midget T-Type was a fictional track day car by Daihatsu, which was a near replica of the real-life Midget, but instead it had a powerful V8 engine that was somewhat uncontrollable, but stupid fast. So I'm gonna give you a camera angle right here. So what's it like? Dead. Tranny dead, tire dead, mirrors are dead. And everything else just dead with the car. And hazards kicking in yet again because impact detected, stopping car. Brake test of 100 to 0 at 1.26 seconds of 10.3 feet. That's amazing for this vehicle. So looking at the car, what in the polygon hell is this? We got sharp angle, the dashboard, the vent for the dashboard, to be specific. Pretty much everything has been slanted in, the tranny gone messed up. How about the interior? What's it like at the interior? I don't know what the crash was. I think the crash was like where something like 130, 140 miles an hour. So in terms of survival rates for the driver, no way. Passenger, no way. Look at that. The freaking, what is this part of the door is in the driver's legs and chest? Okay, they're definitely done. Backseat, they survived. Back seat's perfect. 2 front passengers, no way they're surviving. So that's that for this vehicle. Alright, real quick, let me take this to the drag strip before we end this vehicle's life. So here we're at the drag strip. I got this Hardboy and that hard boy coming up to line up at the drag strip. And let's see if we can pull some 11s like the Challenger Hellcat does in real life. And we're over the line a little. And here we go. All right, lined up and go. And this dude got a perfect 0.0 reaction time. Well, I got like a 0.8 or something stupid. Let's see what the time we get with both of the hard boys. I got 11.8, he got 11.6. Well, even though it doesn't pull straight 11s, it's pretty much, I don't want to say on par, but somewhat on its level. You can pretty much beat a scat pack with this car. Go. I swear, is he just like doing a flat out launch or something or what? Okay, my time doesn't exist, so oh well. 11.6 it is. With 123 mile an hour exit time, or exit speed. And let's see if he is gonna fist me at 100 miles an hour. And he fisted me, impact detected stopping car. He fisted me yet again. And will he vehicularly rape me? The answer is no, he is just gonna pass me, so we're not gonna bring the cop over. And not only that, how is the AI gonna behave to this? I just went to free roam. I didn't like go to like regular free roam. I just went free roam after the race, and we got the barrier set up. So that and that. Okay. So no matter what, the AI goes to its selected path despite the barriers in its way. How is the AI gonna behave to this? Front right rear tire busted. Yeah, you got that right. I mean, look at the angle on this thing. What if I turn off ECS just to give him it a constant 62? Will it work? He's going 61, 62. Well, he's doing okay. Will he crash it right here? The answer is a big ass yes. Look at this. Dead. He broke both of his wheels. He can't steer. Or can he? No, he can't. Like, what in the actual hell is this? You know what? You need help, son. Let me help you out. No, don't panic. Don't panic. I'm here to rescue you. Sorry. There you go. There you go, buddy. It's pretty much useless. Let's just end its life. Alright, let's go to Car Jump Arena and see if this hard boy can be a wannabe Hellcat and fly. So here we are at the top of the ramp of Car Jump Arena and the lights are green, so let's get going right now. And can we get a better 0 to 60 time here? And the answer is no. Surprisingly, the same 4.40 seconds. That's very surprising. So exit speed, 176. And are we gonna nail it? It looks like we're gonna nail it in an awkward fashion. 8 time it. And the answer is sort of. I mean, it was a hard landing, but in terms of landing in 4 wheels, we nailed it. And hazards kicked in because impact detected stopped the car. Okay. Alright, engine's drowning. Let's not drown the engine. Let's save the 6.6 liter engine, this 400 cubic inch engine. What if I brake pretty much at the last second, like maybe like go to like what, or 160 something, like brake here. That was brutal. And what if we just brake all the way? And nailed it. No, tires are technically not broken. Killed the lifeguard and engine is broken. I would say we technically nailed it despite none of the warning prompts kicking in saying whatever, tire deflated, tire broken, whatever. We still had our 4 wheels. Alright, before we end the video off at this little bridge thingy right here, let's see if we can try to land this normally. Let's brake right here and aim at a speed like around 110-ish. 111. Nailed it. Could we get a better speed going down this hill? I slipped on the gas. 170 something. How we go? We sit sideways. Oh my god. Sitting sideways pretty much. We're still alive. Despite all that mess, we're still alive. Can we drive? Take out the parking brake? No, but this wheel is... It's dead. How if I bring this back on tarmac? Oh my god. No way. No way. This is just so stupid, man. Hold on, can we not do an interior view? Because this thing's gone cranky. Even relative view. I mean, relative view is not as cranky as the onboard driver view, and just like that, we're off the road. and we're stuck on the damn curb. Literally, it's like the curbs in this map are so brutal. Alright, I'm desperately trying to find a way to end its misery, but we're just swerving left and right here. Let's just end it right here. Okay, impact detected stopping car, so that's good enough. Alright, last part. Switch us to arcade and drive down the bridge and crash the last bridge pillar before we get into Wannabe Endless Tunnel version 2. And I swear if we get a better top speed going down this bridge here. So 140 and counting. Get ready for the slow-mo. And it's going to be a 170 something, 177. Let's say it's 177, 178. And controller's gone mental once again. Hopefully he doesn't do it right here. So 177 in this bridge pillar. Put the FOV back and dead. Front's hella crinkled. Coming up to the driver cabin portion of the vehicle. And go to 16. Rear tires are spinning mentally crazy. To 8 times, hazards kicked in because impact detected stopping car, and full time. Pretty much stopped it dead right onto its tracks. So engine's 100% dead. The rear end's alright. Side's alright. Left side's alright. Front end. Let's give it some room. So front end. Yeah. As expected. Like borderline. I want to say unrecognizable, but pretty much unnoticeable what type of vehicle this was, just judging by the front end of this wreck right here. And not only that, we got the engine exposed. That's pretty weird. And not only that, the driver would have been liquefied. Passenger, I'm guessing same thing. Yeah, the debris is like in his legs and face. The rear, they, like, not even counting any G-forces, they would have survived. Literally, if you want to drive a car, drive in the back seat, not in the front seat. It's pretty much the word of truth right there. So that'll do it with automation and BeamNG.drive with the JMC Vista Hardboy Echo. While it's quite a quick and fast muscle car, it may not be the perfect replacement for those people who are considering on buying this car rather than the Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. It may have the power of an American V8 engine roaring down the city streets to intimidate people you want to race against. It does lack some power because of the turbo and the car just being cheap in general. Despite the cost of the Vista being like $30,000 cheaper than the Red Eye Charger, it pretty much explains the quote, "You get what you pay for." You can have a 625 horsepower car or a 797 horsepower car, one of them being more expensive than the other, while the cheaper one has drawbacks, such as the lack of acceleration, top speed, and handling for those people who are choosy with their fast rides. If this car would have had a supercharger, this would have been a better car than it is right here. So this has been Mr. Jack and 000. I'll see you in the next video.